What up, Saints? So I just want to bring you this little question. So the other day, I used the scripture, Matthew 18:20, I believe it is. So where he says, where two or three are gathered in my name, I'm in the midst of them. And I used it in a group setting saying that God was with us because we were there gathered in his name. This was Celebrate Recovery. And one of my pastor friends pulled me to the side at the end and he said, hey, I just want to tell you, you used that verse out of context. And I was like, huh? At first I got offended because that's what we do as people. We're prideful. Or at least I am. I can't say for you, but I'm like, what do you mean? He said, we go back and you read it, and it specifically is talking about when people get into an altercation, those two that should take it to that one and they should discuss it. And if that one hears it, then you have your brother back. But if not, then you take it to the church. And if the church doesn't listen, if you won't listen to the church, then write him off like a tax collector. And then he goes on to say, for whatever is bound in heaven, or whatever is bound on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever is loosed on earth will be loosed in heaven. And then he says, for if two of you agree on anything you ask the Father will give it to them. And then he goes on to say, in the midst where there's two or three gathered in my name. And so I think it's like roughly Matthew 18, chapters 15 through 20, roughly. That's not exact. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I just looked at it myself. I just want to know your input. What is your input on it? Did I use the Bible verse out of context? Or what Jesus was saying there, maybe he was confirming, but to say that Jesus is limited to only saying one thing with that specific verse, are we putting him in a box? I'd just like to hear your input, if you would. Any edification, any pride, let's throw out. Let's just have a real conversation. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Peace.